Maryland Congressman and Chairman of the House Freedom Caucus, Andy Harris. So, good morning. I want to start with the Senate's possible solution here, advancing the House-passed continuing resolution, but amending it to include long-term appropriations bills and moving the deadline back from November 21st. I mean, what do you think? Will this work at all?
Well, I hope it does. We have to find a handful of rational Democrats who agree that it's ridiculous keeping the government shut down. Air traffic control problems now. Obviously, the military won't get paid at some point. All these workers not getting paid. And the solution is a good solution. It takes 3 of the 12 appropriations bills that are negotiated in a bipartisan fashion, puts them in there, and then says, by the way, we're going to keep on going till the middle of January, probably, so that we can solve some of the other appropriations bills issues. It's a good solution, and I hope the Democrats agree.
So we're only 2 weeks away from that original deadline, of course, in the House passed CR. And I know that the Freedom Caucus in the House is supporting that longer-term CR as far as into 2026, even past the midterm elections, possibly. So this seems a little shocking, since that would really continue the Biden-era spending levels for more than a year. So what's the strategy here?
Well, so first of all, what it does is make sure we don't have an increase in spending. That's what we have to avoid. The first step, decreasing federal spending, is actually stop increasing it. So obviously a continuing resolution level funds the government, doesn't increase spending, but it also gives the administration the ability to, again, tweak funding. Those Biden-era programs that aren't very favorable, like USAID, obviously subject to rescission. So it won't continue Biden-era policies. It'll continue the same spending level. But again, freezing spending is the first step to reducing spending.
Okay.
So Speaker Mike Johnson says he is not going to offer Democrats a House vote on the expiring Obamacare tax subsidies as part of a deal to end the shutdown. He says, quote, "We did our job. I'm not part of the negotiation. I'm not promising anybody anything." Do you think this is the right move here? And also, from the status of the Freedom Caucus, can you see any of your members supporting a continuation of any of these Obamacare COVID-era tax credits?
There's no way that any of us would support a clean extension. That's what the Democrats are calling for. Even they didn't pass that back in 2022. $450 billion over 10 years. The money is going to line the pockets of very profitable insurance companies. Again, the market is failing. Obamacare is only 7% of Americans. Literally almost 100% of Americans need relief from their health care policy premiums, not just 7%. We need to have free market solutions that bring down the cost of health care for every American, not just the 7%.
So before we go, I do want to ask you about the redistricting battle. Now that California is moving forward with its redrawing of the maps, Maryland Governor Wes Moore has launched a redistricting committee to see how they can improve the congressional map. Improve, I say that lightly. That's code for coming for your House seat. Are you concerned about this at all?
Look, they tried to do it back in 2022. They drew a map that drew me, across the Bay Bridge. The bottom line is a liberal judge turned it down, said it was unconstitutional. I think we're going to get the same result this time. And this time, a judge could draw a map that actually gives us 2 or 3 Republicans instead of just 1 in Maryland.
That would be breaking news. I'd love to see that plan backfire on them. All right, Mr. Chairman, Congressman Andy Harris, thanks for joining us this morning. Have a great weekend.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.